Most people say they want mastery, but what they truly want is the appearance of mastery. They want the confidence, the recognition, the effortless execution. What they do not want are the stages. They do not want to be beginners. They do not want correction. They do not want repetition. And so they remain stuck, because mastery is not a leap. It is a sequence. Every craft, every discipline, every form of greatness follows the same architecture. You do not become excellent by intensity. You become excellent by progression. There are 3 stages that every master walks through. Learn, refine, transcend. Skip one and the structure collapses. Today we walk that path deliberately. Stage 1, learn. Mastery begins with humility. Before skill, there is structure. Before innovation, there is imitation. Before transcendence, there is obedience. The first stage is not glamorous. It is slow. It is repetitive. It demands patience more than talent. To learn properly, you must accept that you do not yet understand. This is difficult for the modern mind, because today, information is mistaken for knowledge. Watching is mistaken for doing. Exposure is mistaken for experience. But learning is not consumption. It is disciplined repetition under structure. In the learning stage, you follow rules. You study fundamentals. You repeat movements exactly as instructed. You do not modify. You do not improvise. You do not add your style. You submit to the form. Why? Because structure builds stability. And stability builds competence. Ego is the enemy of this stage. The ego wants to skip ahead. It whispers, "You already understand enough." But understanding is not mastery. Understanding is only the doorway. In this stage, progress feels slow. Improvement feels invisible. But something is happening beneath the surface. Neural pathways strengthen. Patterns begin to form. Discipline begins to root itself into identity. You may not feel powerful, but you are becoming stable. And stability is the foundation of mastery. Without it, nothing endures. Stage 2, refine. If learning builds structure, refinement removes weakness. This is where most people quit, because refinement is uncomfortable. In the learning stage, improvement feels visible. In the refinement stage, improvement feels microscopic. You are no longer learning what to do. You are correcting how you do it. Every flaw becomes visible. Every inefficiency is exposed. You begin to see the gap between average and excellent, and that gap is humbling. Refinement requires emotional stability, because correction can feel like criticism. You must be willing to see your weaknesses without collapsing under them. You must welcome precision. In this stage, repetition continues, but now it is conscious. You are no longer practicing broadly. You are adjusting subtly. Small angle changes, small timing changes, small mental corrections. Refinement is detail, and detail requires patience. This stage is quiet. There is no applause for refinement. No visible transformation, just subtle improvement day after day. This is where discipline matures, not loud discipline, not dramatic discipline, measured discipline. You endure boredom, you endure slowness, you endure the frustration of almost being good enough. And slowly, competence sharpens into skill. Skill sharpens into precision. Precision sharpens into confidence. Refinement does not add more. It removes what is unnecessary. And through removal, clarity appears. Stage 3, transcend. Transcendence is not magic. It is accumulated structure. It is refinement internalized. It is discipline embodied. In this stage, effort becomes natural. What once required conscious focus now flows without strain. Movement becomes instinct. Decision becomes clarity. You no longer think about the fundamentals. You express them. This is the stage most people desire, but it cannot be forced. Transcendence is not achieved by wanting it. It emerges from completing the previous stages fully. When structure is strong and refinement is deep, execution becomes effortless. But understand this clearly. Transcendence does not mean perfection. It means integration. The skill is no longer separate from you. It becomes part of your character, and character is stable. This is quiet mastery, not loud, not performative, calm, measured, unshakable. You no longer chase excellence, you embody it. Why most never reach stage 3? Most people restart instead of refine. They begin enthusiastically. They learn the basics. Then progress slows, and they move on. Another method, another system, another beginning. They confuse novelty with growth. They chase stimulation instead of depth. Impatience destroys mastery. Ego interrupts refinement. Distraction fractures discipline. Consistency is abandoned for comfort. And so transcendence remains distant, not because it is unreachable, but because it demands endurance. Mastery is sequential. You cannot leap from learning to transcendence. You must pass through refinement. And refinement tests character. Closing reflection. Mastery is not a mystery, it is a path. Learn deeply, refine relentlessly, transcend naturally. Do not rush the stages, do not resent repetition. Do not avoid correction. The structure is ancient. The sequence is universal. Every master once submitted to learning. Every master endured refinement. Every master allowed transcendence to emerge. If you are in the learning stage, remain humble. If you are in the refinement stage, remain patient. If you taste transcendence, remain disciplined. Because mastery is not a moment, it is a way of being. And now the question is not whether mastery exists. The question is, will you walk the stages fully? Every master endured refinement. Every master allowed transcendence to emerge. If you are in the learning stage, remain humble. If you are in the refinement stage, remain patient. If you taste transcendence, remain disciplined. Because mastery is not a moment, it is a way of being. And now the question is not whether mastery exists. The question is, will you walk the stages fully?